telling me this. Like, the music ain't gonna make you, but you use it as a tool to get you there.
Right,
so say, for example, like, all right, I got an idea for a business that could make me 200-300 million. Like, I own my whole catalog. I could leverage it for some millions right now.
So before I go do this other little thing, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a little idea of contract negotiation. Now, if you're a contractor and you're just starting out, allergies killing me today. If you're a contractor and you're just starting out, you want to try to negotiate the rate per hour the best you can do up front. If they're going to extend the contract, reach out to them and say, reach out to them and say, hey, look, they're extending the contract. Try to see if you could get a higher rate, especially if it's like a year or something. And they want to do it again, be like, okay, well, I'm bringing value. I come out to work. I do what I'm supposed to be doing. I complete my tasks. Now, you're a contractor at that time. So, if anything, you should have a little wiggle room. You're not getting any benefits from the client at all. So you should go back to that agency and see if they could do a little more. If somebody else comes with a higher rate, you're a contractor. Take it. If you think you're gonna like the position and whatever the case may be, then go ahead and roll with it. So I'm gonna send you guys an email that I reached out and I asked for. But first, what I did is, because I was getting some inconsistencies with the agency and and other people and the client. The agency was like, oh, well, this is gonna end sooner. Okay, well, let me talk to somebody who actually knows based on metrics. What are you guys going to be working with within the next 6 months to 12 months? And here's the thing. The project manager said, hey, here's some information. That's all I needed. I don't need to talk to nobody else. I just need to know what the metrics are. Now I could go back to my people and say, hey, listen, this isn't what you told me initially. First, y'all told me one thing, and then I hear something else from you, and then now I'm hearing something else. So, I want a higher rate. Could that happen? And if they don't oblige and something else comes up at a better rate or whatever the case may be gone. That's it. The boat is at the dock. Goodbye. Another thing. I don't know how I'm gonna take me some bidding for real. I can't handle it. Another thing I want y'all to think about when you're looking for positions, and this is kind of like for the guys, because I don't talk to y'all every day, so the guys is, you know what I'm saying, that I'm helping, if they tune into the channel, they can kind of see updates and stuff too. But when you're looking, you got to give yourself a window. Now, perm, at this point, you got to give yourself damn near 6 to 9 months. That's why if you fall back on financial troubles and everybody on the internet capping like they got it like that, 75% of people don't. As you know, the average American ain't got $1,500 to their name for savings. So an engine or something major comes, major surgery, whatever, that wipes them right out. That sets you back 6 months, almost to a year almost. I know. Believe me. So when you're looking for perm, you got to give yourself almost 6 months. On top of the fact, you got compound people. You got everybody and their mama looking at the same time. You got AI coming in. Pretty much everything going on. So, what I would say, more than anything, is, excuse me, is you give yourself at least 6 months. because it's going to take 2 months. You apply, and then now you might have a place that's motivated. You might have a place that's motivated and stuff, you know. So trade jobs is completely different. Trade, and that's why I say, you know, I'm not gonna tell y'all not to do that. I'm gonna tell y'all to get 2 skill sets, tech and a trade, if you can. I'm never gonna speak against no damn trade, because when these things are over, when these things is a wrap, they still gonna need some hands and feet. So give yourself 6 months. And with contracts, they might be able to try to get you in there with 2-3 weeks. And that's the nice thing about the contracts. If you can and you're good with your taxes, consider a 1099, get your LLC, make sure you register that FinCEN stuff, get that together, and maybe get you some E&O insurance, get your medical insurance, look and see what Progressive got, see if they can bundle it or whatnot, and see if you could command a rate anywhere between 35 to 80 an hour. You know, if you're Cisco certified, go ahead and go to Field Nation. Go and look at my old contract or my old telecom thing where he had Brother Elmi talking that from the data center perspective, Field Nation. So you could do that on the side, because right now it's just not enough just for one stream. You're not gonna make it. It's not enough. You got to have several folks working in the house. You got to have this side hustle, whatever. You got to devote your time towards making it happen, because otherwise you're going to be messed up. So you're going to have to build your value in that. Build your value. Do what you say you're going to do, and you know, and push it. Because if you don't, it's just going to take a long time, just waiting and waiting and waiting. Contracts. The best time to start looking, if you're just starting out, like a lot of people I've been working with, I've been looking for them for a minute. And I'm gonna be honest, some of the people were talking about what they ain't gonna do. And then the rubber meets, they say the rubber meets the road. No, the ribs meet the road. They be out there on the other side of the car hanging on like they in the Thunderdome, you know. And a lot of those companies, especially like in the fiscal year, they trying to knock it out before September. Some of these financial companies, they trying to get, but some companies, what they're doing is they might do their hiring by December. They try to get it done around September, October, but you'll get some November hires and stuff like that. So they might want to, some companies might want to get people in September, October, November, which means you have to start early, a little before August. But now with the contracts, some contracts are having people do 2-3 interviews and all that garbage, but usually about 2, some just 1. You know, usually jobs that keep making you do extra, if there's a lot involved, if it's a contract position and you got to keep doing tons and tons and tons of stuff, usually it's going to be some BS involved. It's going to be the processing, the onboarding, the overall job is going to be trash. But now if it's remote, the beauty of that is you ain't got to get up and go nowhere if you're looking. If you're trying to find something remote and you do find stuff that's remote that's built on your skill set, you probably won't have too much trouble. If I'm just saying, if it's remote, I'm just talking from that perspective. You've been working remote. This ain't a company that really promotes being inside. They're like in a different state or something like that, which, to be honest, that's the best option for you, especially for black folk. It's the best, man, because you ain't got to deal with all that, you know, all that garbage. Okay, now I've been dealing with this. So just take that for food for thought. You know, if it's a contract, and don't wait. If they hit you, hit them back. That's the biggest issue I've had with getting brothers, you know what I'm saying? Hasn't been a lot of sisters lately, but you know, when I'm just being honest, I'm talking to my folks now. The biggest, hardest issue that I've had in placing brothers is their response. They take forever to get back. That ain't gonna work no more, man. You can't be taking forever to get your resume back and stuff. You gotta act. You have to act, and you have to get those folks that resume and be responsive. That's been my biggest issue. And then a month later, man, I'm still looking for something. Did you respond? Well, I had this going. I said, bro, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you getting something flied out and you got a freak off going, or I don't know what you're doing, man. Like, you got to respond, bro. You can't hit me back 2-3 weeks talking about, man, I ain't, I still ain't got it. I'm still looking. I'm like, okay, you put your freak off on pause, bro. You ain't puffy. You can't do, you ain't got money like you ain't got money like that, man. Just put your freak off on pause or whatever you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. When the rubber meets the ribs, the road meets the ribs, man, So that's something to think about. I just want to add that to y'all, and I'm going to upload this in a minute.